Join the Discord.
Yo YouTube, back with another video. Today we'll be reacting to McDonald's is Finished by Cheats. Before we get into it, y'all know what to do though. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit, and let's do it. All right.
The other night, I stopped at McDonald's because I wanted something quick and it was the only place nearby that's 24 hours. I ordered a 2-cheeseburger meal and a 10-piece chicken McNugget. Pulled up to the window, paid, drove away, and thought nothing of it. The next morning, I opened up my Chase app and I saw the charge. It was $20. I actually had to stop and think for a second because there was no way that was right.
But yeah, I finna say I ain't been in McDonald's. I don't know how long. I haven't been in McDonald's in a while. But I know that shit ain't no damn $20. That's the only place I know you can goddamn get fucking 3 to 5 burgers for what, damn near $5 or something like that. I don't know. It's been a while, but I was gonna say who eats McDonald's in the comments. Y'all let me know who's still eating that shit in 2026. Cause if you are, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a judger. I'm not a judger. Let me take it back before I say it. If you're going through something, then I guess, but I ain't gonna lie, you could spend some money somewhere else. Get you a fruit bowl, man. I ain't gonna lie, some. I mean, if McDonald's want to hit me in the future for something, I'll promote fucking fries and what is it? The fries and the milkshake. I'll shout out the fries and milkshake, but I can't speak for all them nuggets and burgers and all that stuff. Even the fries is pushing it, cause them shit's overly salty. But yeah, all that other stuff, bro, I ain't gonna lie. If you still eating that shit in 2026, you better have a valid reason, bro. Because that shit is, it's too many vids. It's too many things of people trying to expose them. They just know too much. But I love that McFlurry. I love that McFlurry with the M&Ms and shit in there. And that little caramel frappe.
Dollars for what used to be the cheapest meal in America? I wasn't about to crash out over $20, but I was really surprised. I remember when McDonald's was the place you went because you were broke. Now I'm spending $20 on 2 cheeseburgers and some...
It's $20? I know it is now. Let me go to the McDonald's menu, bro. That ain't true, bro. That ain't true. Where are the prices at? They don't got no prices. Hold up. So this is the Big Mac. God, bro, damn, when the Big Mac get this big? See, I was never eating burgers when I was eating at McDonald's, so it's been a while for me. Quarter pounder. This shit do not be looking like this in person. All right, let me click on one of them. Big Mac. Why is this a new thing? Why is everybody not showing prices on the meals and stuff anymore? This is a new thing. They done did that with a lot of spots lately. I don't know. But I don't know if that's true, bro. I don't know if that's true, bro.
This wasn't enough to truly anger me, but it was enough to send me down a bit of a rabbit hole. I did some research, and I learned pretty quickly that this is not just happening at McDonald's. Fast food is becoming ridiculously expensive. And as for why this is happening, the answer goes far beyond inflation and wages. In this video, I want to talk to you guys about the downfall of fast food. If you happen to be new here, please consider subscribing. My goal is 200,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I think we can do it. For decades,
Well, I shouldn't. If we gonna leave that in the vid, nigga, y'all subscribe down below. The goal is to hit fucking 300,000, nigga, before the end of the year. But nah, in all seriousness though, I ain't gonna lie. Fast food has been getting a little higher, and I've noticed it too. But it's kind of like if you got your little certain spots that you know. Like, you gotta do research, bro. You gotta know which ones you can, you know what I'm saying? You keep showing up and you ain't gotta worry too much. See, I got a few. I got probably 3 spots that I know they come in clutch. They ain't switching up. They ain't switched up in a good minute now. So I got my spots, and it's not really fast food. They like Chipotle's and burrito spots, but they not Chipotle. Yeah, you just got to know the ones. But everything is going to be higher because I heard like last week that the price of the dollar is like very low now. $1 is damn near like 50 cents to a quarter. Like $1 back then was $1.
It succeeded because it solved a simple problem. It gave working families an inexpensive meal that was served in minutes and tasted the same no matter where you stopped. That combination built one of the largest industries in America. Today, that value proposition has almost completely disappeared. Menu prices have risen far faster than inflation, while portions have quietly shrunk and quality has steadily declined.
Burger King has a Pride Whopper with 2 equal buns. He kind of look like Buddy from Stranger Things, the one with the bowl cut.
Customers are paying more than ever before, even though the experience often feels worse than it did 10 years ago. At the very same time, the companies behind these brands continue reporting billions in revenue, spending billions on stock buybacks, and expanding loyalty programs that encourage customers to spend even more. None of this happened overnight because the industry spent decades changing what it optimized for. Fast food was once built around serving customers as cheaply and efficiently as possible. Today, it's built around maximizing shareholder returns. Look, I get that it's weird and it's like super American to make a video called The Downfall of Fast Food when we're talking about food that is objectively terrible for you.
Bruh, I get PTSD. I don't know if y'all know, but
The downfall of fast food when we're talking.
I went and got this for an Arby's vid that I ended up taking down because I just didn't fuck with it. These niggas are sick. I'm gonna be honest. Anytime I see that, it just reminds me, bro. I don't like spreading negativity. If you know me, I don't like spreading negativity. But Arby's is one of those places where I have to cross the line. Do not go eat there unless you just are like saying fuck your body. If you don't give a fuck about your body or being here on Earth like that, then I go ahead, do your thing. But even then, that's like, I don't know. I don't even think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think none of it's worth it. So yeah, I told y'all it wasn't even nasty too. Like when I tried it, it was like meat. Pause. When I say this, it was just like a bunch of meat soaked in some juice that was flavored to make the meat flavor taste like it was fresh and new and good. Whereas that I could tell that meat was either old or it didn't taste like that for real. And I'm you know what I'm saying? I could tell. And it didn't sit right with me. So yeah, I will never promote eating that shit.
About food that is objectively terrible for you. Like, maybe it's good that people aren't eating as much fast food as they used to, but in this circumstance, it's because no one can afford it. It's like praising someone for losing weight, but the lost weight is because they can't afford groceries. But this is missing the point. Like, the drink.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, shit has shot up, and there's a lot of people. I have seen it. Like, I was watching another vid. I think I'm gonna drop it. It was a vid about movie theaters and shit like that, and how people don't show up and stuff like that. And stuff is getting high, but certain shit is just, like I said, it go back to when your eyes open, that people realize, like, is it worth that? You know what I'm saying? At the same time. But it is shit getting high. But it's at the same time, it's like, why would I spend this much for fucking burgers and fries when I can get me a good burrito bowl? Like I said, like a salsa burrito bowl or some shit that's at least semi-healthy. You know what I'm saying?
That you had $10 in your pocket, you knew that you could get a meal without thinking twice about it. But here's just a few examples of things that have changed. First off, the prices doubled. Over the last decade, the cost of most McDonald's menu items has roughly doubled. A meal that once cost $8 or $9 can now easily cost $15 or $20. The dollar menu disappeared. One of McDonald's biggest selling points was knowing exactly what a dollar could buy. That iconic menu slowly disappeared and was replaced with higher priced quote.
Oh, you know what it made me think of? I'm gonna have to go back. It just hit my brain, bro. Bro, if y'all remember like the little $5 footlong song and stuff like that, I thought footlongs were still $5 at Subway. I went to Subway for the first time, like wasn't the first time, but the first time in a while. And I went over there and got me a sub, and mind you, half of a footlong was fucking $8. To get the full footlong, it was damn near like $15, especially if you're trying to get the combo and stuff. Like 15, 17, like it was something crazy like that. I can't remember the exact price, but it made me think. I was like, I just remember days like he's saying you would be promised that you knew I go here with this $10, whatever, and I'm getting that. You go now you gotta like count extra change, pull out extra shit. It's like, damn, it is bad. It is bad. The more I'm thinking about it.
Or could buy. That iconic menu slowly disappeared and was replaced with higher priced quote value menus that offered far less value than the original. The portions got smaller. Customers have spent years complaining that burgers look smaller, fries aren't filled like they used to be, and meals simply don't feel as satisfying despite—
No fat shit, but I get shit from Steak and Shake here and there. I'm telling you, one burger ain't enough. If you a grown man and you actually be working out and shit like that, you know what I mean, bro. One burger, these places been rationing like fuck. I think that's a lot of places. You be having to tell them like, man, don't play. Cause these niggas ration, especially like wings and stuff. See, I don't eat this stuff like that. If I do, that's now and then. Cause I like salmon and rice. If you know me, you know. But yeah, like wings and shit. These niggas be rationing, giving you these little ass wings and shit, bro. Like, man, beat it, bro.
Costing significantly more. The whole experience is now automated. Thousands of restaurants replaced cashiers with self-order kiosks, creating a faster and cheaper system for the company, but one that feels far less personal for the customer. The app is kind of mandatory now. The McDonald's Rewards app now has over 150 million active users worldwide. Instead of simply offering everyone low prices, many of the best deals are only available through the app. So they're just rewarding the people who use the app while making everyone else pay full price. Alright, so the elephant in the room is obviously that prices have doubled, but what actually caused them to double, and more importantly, does that even make sense? McDonald's will tell you that inflation is responsible, and to be fair, inflation absolutely played a role. Since 2014, overall consumer prices in the United States have increased by roughly 35%. Beef costs more, utilities cost more, rent costs more, labor costs more. Running a restaurant simply costs more now than it did 10 years ago. But here's where the numbers stop adding up. If inflation increased by about 35%, why did McDonald's menu items increase by 100% or more? A McDouble that cost $1.19 in 2014 now costs around $3.19 in many locations. A quarter pounder with cheese meal that costs $5.39 now costs roughly $12. That is not inflation. These prices are increasing roughly 3 times faster than inflation. So then people point to wages. The federal minimum wage is still $7.25 an hour. It's exactly where it was in 2009. While many
Damn, it's still that. It's still that. I ain't gonna lie. That's what exactly crossed my mind too. Sometimes I be putting myself in the head, like the mind of like the CEOs and stuff who you know run these companies. Cause like the ones like Disney and stuff that have a lot of shit going on, they also have to make a lot of income back. You get what I'm saying? So it is like, yeah, they might have done good enough to open up other establishments in other spots and areas and stuff like that, but they have to make the return. So they be having to upcharge on a lot of things. But it's like, man, even then they still get a lot. Don't ever feel like these folks not getting a lot of bread. If they upcharging like that, how much are they paying people still? Cause I'm thinking like, I know McDonald's workers don't get paid that crazy good and stuff like that, but I'm thinking like, how much do they get paid now, bro? Like, you know, like it can't be that. I know it's not that $7.25. I know in Georgia over here, like most jobs is paying like, nah, I don't think they paying that much. I would say most regular jobs is paying like 15, 16, 17. Nah, really 15, 16. And the lower ones are paying like 14 and 12, which I think, now I'm thinking about it, McDonald's might be at like 12. It might be like at 12. That ain't shit in the times we in. Shit really fucked up out here, bro. Really is.
McDonald's workers earn more because of state minimum wage laws and competition for labor. Wages have nowhere near doubled across most of the country. Even economic research looking specifically at McDonald's found that higher minimum wages do increase menu prices, but they don't explain increases anywhere close to what customers have experienced over the last decade. Now let's compare all of that to what McDonald's is doing financially. In 2025, McDonald's generated $26.9 billion in revenue and $12.4 billion in operating income. So McDonald's net profit increased about 4.1% from 2024 to 2025. But here's the thing, this is not just about McDonald's. Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, Subway, Starbucks, and just about every major fast food chain have raised prices dramatically over the last decade. According to a source called Lending Tree, 62% of Americans say they're eating less fast food because it's become too expensive, while nearly 80% now consider fast food a luxury instead of an affordable meal. That is a remarkable shift. Fast food was never supposed to be a luxury. The reason it was built was for the exact opposite. It was made to give ordinary people a cheap meal when they didn't have the time or money to cook.
Is this a bad thing though? At the same time, like I'm over here like, damn, like it should be cheaper, but now that we know, for the ones who know about a lot of these other spots, is it bad? Because you gotta think, you getting healthier. And let's cut the shit. I know a lot of y'all been eating these Big Macs and shit like that. And if you one of these people that, you know, was affected by this shit, that's good. I mean, I'm not saying you should be starving, but nigga, you should be finding a healthy alternative. I will never push nobody to be eating this shit like that. You know what I'm saying? No offense. Shout out all those little establishments if y'all want to rock with me somehow and stuff like that. Cause I do fuck with, even though I might not eat everything at a certain place, it be certain shit like I have. Like I'll eat their fries, their drinks and stuff like that. But I will say, like, you know, it's a lot of calories, a lot of fat and stuff, and a lot of these burgers and chicken sandwiches. Y'all know. So I say, with that being said, people should learn how to start getting shit that is healthier, a healthier alternative. Even I'm saying that to myself too, because I've noticed I've chilled out too as well. I think it's not a bad thing.
If Americans now view it as an expensive convenience instead of an affordable necessity, then the industry has fundamentally failed itself. So if rising costs don't fully explain what happened, and this trend is affecting almost every major chain at the same
I
time,
feel like Chick-fil-A being kind of at the same prices. I might be wrong though. I don't know.
then the obvious question becomes, why is every fast food company making the exact same decisions? The answer starts with a business model that completely
Wendy's is nasty. I don't like Wendy's shit. But they got them one type of fries, them Ghost Reaper Pepper Ghost, something like that. I had them. They were decent.
transform the industry, franchising. At its core, franchising is actually a very simple idea. Instead of McDonald's building and operating every restaurant itself, it lets other people do it. A franchisee pays McDonald's for the right to use its name, recipes, branding, and business model. In return, they get to open their own McDonald's restaurant. They hire the employees, pay the bills, manage the restaurant, and take on nearly all the financial risk. Meanwhile, McDonald's collects rent, royalty payments, and various franchise fees simply for owning the brand. Think of it like renting a house. The franchise owner is responsible for maintaining the property and making the monthly payments. McDonald's is the landlord. As long as the restaurant keeps generating sales, the corporation keeps getting paid. It is a brilliant business model because it allows McDonald's to expand thousands of locations without paying to build, staff, or operate most of them itself. This is now the dominant business model in fast food.
Oh, don't let me forget, bro. We gotta try Jollibee. We gotta do a lot of shit. But it's a lot of food places that I also want to try that's American, because we done did like if y'all go watch the reviews of the food places we done tried, they've been non-American. But we gotta also do shit of like some American things too. We gotta mix it up. It won't just be like, it'll be across the globe too, but we need to try to do both. But what I was gonna say is, damn, I didn't know they had that many Burger Kings though. See, I used to eat Burger King when I was a little nigga. Burger King ain't one of them spots for me. It was never one of them spots for real for me.
Operate most of them itself. This is now the dominant business model in fast food. McDonald's is 95% franchised, Burger King is 99% franchised, Subway is nearly 100% franchised.
This makes sense though. Why didn't I think of this? I knew this was going down. Like, I think I knew this in the back of my mind, because there's too many of them out there for them to be so hands-on. So it makes sense. It makes sense. But that's crazy though. I just figure like, you just do got a lot of revenue coming in, bro. The whole raising prices shit might just be off of the greed. I don't know. See, it's somebody who's accountant who's doing the math behind it. Just because it look good don't mean it's all straight. So, you know.
Wendy's is about 95% franchised, Dunkin' nearly 100% franchised, KFC about 98% franchised, Pizza Hut 98% franchised, Taco Bell 94% franchised. Chains like Chipotle, In-N-Out, Raising Cane's, and Pete's are notable exceptions because they primarily own and operate their own restaurants rather than franchising them. This is also partially why most of the Raising Cane's and In-N-Outs are located on the west coast of America, not the east. So on its own, there's nothing wrong with franchising. In fact, it's one of the most successful business models ever created. The problem is that it changed the incentives. When you're running a single restaurant, your success depends on serving good food at a fair price so customers keep coming back. But when your business earns money by collecting royalties from tens of thousands of restaurants, the priorities become very different. Growth becomes the goal. Opening another 1,000 locations becomes more important than making the food a little better. Convincing customers to spend $1 extra becomes way more valuable than saving them one. Pretty much every small price increase gets multiplied across millions of transactions, and every tiny...
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, if I say a burger was $5 and I change it to $10, everybody's changing it to $10 up under me. So it's not like one spot is just getting more revenue. All of them getting more revenue. That's crazy.
to profitability gets multiplied across thousands of restaurants. McDonald's proved that this model could generate extraordinary profits, and the rest of the industry just followed along. Maybe this is just the natural life cycle of every great company. You build your reputation by offering the best value you can, you grow into an industry giant, and then somewhere along the way, the focus shifts from earning customers to extracting as much as possible from the ones you already have. If that's true, then the downfall of fast food won't be caused by one bad decision, it will be the result of 1,000 small ones. And that's pretty much how one of the greatest business ideas in American history slowly became a shadow of what it used to be. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Check me out over on Spotify, and subscribe if you're new. Goodbye.
Fuck, this nigga make music too. Shout out Cheats, man. This was a good vid, man. Good vid. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Made me really think about fast food. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I think like one day in the future, cause like, you know, I already know we're gonna be big. I do wanna like, I want us to do like some franchise type of activity. And I ain't gonna lie, it would be fine to invest into like some type of restaurant or something like that. But who knows? That sounds like mad work and shit you gotta keep up with and stuff like that. And I don't know if that's like, I don't know. But this is educational. Y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. And I'll see y'all in this one.